show is about to begin. As a courtesy to the rest of the audience and the performers, please take this opportunity to turn off any pagers or cell phones. Also, because of copyright restrictions, photography of any kind, as well as video and audio taping of the performance, is not allowed. In the unlikely event of an emergency, please be aware that emergency exits are located to the front and right of the stage as well as the doors you entered. Thank you for coming. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you for attending tonight's event, a very special event. Tonight, we gather to celebrate and pay tribute to a man, a very great man, a man who has changed the world. He's touched so many people's lives and never got arrested. I'm the worst comedian in the world. And I'm doing my best, okay? So many people said to me, it's not going to be a sad event, is it? I burst out laughing, you know? Anyways, no, it's not. We got a great group of people here, all celebrating and enjoying the memory as best we could, yes? Okay. Have you noticed the vest? This side is Lou, this side is Pat. And the tie, this is Lou's too. I gave it to him for Christmas. If I took off my shirt, you would see the Fiddler t-shirt. If I took off my pants, you don't leave. No. Anyways. I thought that was my cue. Anyways, we do have a reception afterwards in the cafe, so please join us. And we have a special unveiling in there too. And on that note, we are going to start. I'd like to bring out Joe and Mike Whitney.
Ron Grace. Hello. I am so happy to see so many friends. And we're all here to celebrate a love for music, a love for the theater, and a love for Lou, of course. So the connection that we have with Lou is music, like 20 years of music. Yeah. And we played all over the Triple Cities. We wrote songs, and we sure miss them. Tonight we're going to do a couple of original songs. And before we do, I wanted to tell you that my quick story about Lou is that playing together, you become like a family. And we could read each other. So Lou was usually on this side of me, and it never hurt having the great Mike Whitney on guitar on this side of me. But Lou, he was the friend that never crumbled under pressure. So when somebody would make a mistake, Lou would always have that theater smile. Anybody that's done a production in EPAC, under the excellent direction of Pat Fode, knows the theater smile. Let me see yours. Yeah, that's the one. Anyway, that was such a comfort when I would make the mistake, and to see Lou look over, and I would go, and then of course Mike. So often, that's what our performance looked like, smiling. And so this song, if you see it or you hear it, come on and, give us that smile, right, Mike? Right. This first song, it's called 1111. If you know, you know. And they say that 11:11 is the luckiest time of the day. It's when the universe opens and you can make a wish. So we're going to make a wish for love tonight. All right, here we go. Wasn't looking for the one when my eyes saw you. One by one by one by one, my dreams all came true. As if the universe opened wide, I saw my future there inside and smiled. For once, rainbows followed the clouds to brighten my days when I was feeling down. For once, the sun is shining right on me. For once, nothing's gonna crash and burn. I won't be saying you live and you learn. For once, the angels came to rescue me. Started seeing all the ones everywhere I go. And one by one by one by one, little did I know, well, that the universe grand design would electrify me with lights and stars that shine. I was feeling down and out. The love I had tossed me out. Just about the time I was ready to quit, it was 11 o'clock and 11 minutes. For once, the rainbows followed the clouds to brighten my day when I was feeling down. For once, the sun is shining right on me, on me. For once, nothing's gonna crash and burn. I won't be saying you live and you learn. For once, the angels came to rescue me. For once. Thank you. And the second song that we're going to do is about, all the musicians will tell you this, but where do they get those, how do they hide those emotions when they're singing those powerful songs? This one's called Inside My Guitar. I run my fingers up and down the fretboard, humming softly, trying to forget, Lord, the pain I feel over losing you. I'm sitting on my tailgate strumming, trying to forget, but your words keep coming back to me like a melody. I wish I could write what's on my heart, but I wouldn't know where to start. I wish I could play what I want to say, hey, but my tears get in the way. It's all right here where my emotions are, inside my guitar. Our life together was a Beatles love song, made everybody want to sing along with us everywhere we go. I guess that's why it took me by surprise, and it's the reason that I want to hide deep inside this song. I wish I could write what's on my heart, but I wouldn't know where to start. I wish I could play what I want to say, hey, but the tears get in the way. It's all right here where my emotions are, inside my guitar. I wish I could write, I wish I could play, dry my eyes, forget the pain. It's all right here Thank you. Keep on smiling.
Good evening, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Carol Van Horn. Lou was my lifelong friend and my first singing partner, really my only singing partner. Christopher Robin and I walked along under branches lit up by the moon, posing our questions to Owl and Eeyore as our days disappeared all too soon. Well, I've wandered much farther today than I should, and I can't find my way to the 3-acre wood. So help me if you can. I've got to get back to the house at Pooh Corner by 1. You'd be surprised, there's so much to be done. Count all the bees in the hive, chase all the clouds from the sky. Back to the days of Christopher Robin and Pooh. Winnie the Pooh doesn't know what to do, got a honey jar stuck on his nose. He came to me asking help and advice, and from here no one knows where he goes. So I sent him to ask of the owl if he's there, how to loosen a jar from the nose of a bear. So help me if you can. I've got to get back to the house at Pooh Corner by 1. You'd be surprised, there's so much to be done. Count all the bees in the hive, chase all the clouds from the sky. Back to the days of Christopher Robin, back to the ways of Christopher Robin, back to the days of Pooh. Life is like a mountain railroad with an engineer that's brave. We must make this run successful from the cradle to the grave. Heed the curves, the hills, the tunnels, never falter, never fail. Keep your hand upon the throttle and your eye upon the rail. As we move along the main line, there'll be storms and there'll be night. There'll be sidetracks, unexpected, on the left and on the right. But with the prize always before us and our hearts upon the straight, there'll be no disembarkation until we reach paradise. Oh, blessed Savior, there to guide us till we reach that blissful shore, and the angels there to join us in God's grace forevermore. As we roll across the trestle, spanning Jordan's swelling tide, we will see the Union Depot, into which the train will glide. There we'll meet the superintendent, God the Father and His Son, with a hand of joyous greeting. Weary pilgrim, welcome home. And the circle will be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by. There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lori Grace, as in amazing. When I would say that line around Lou, he would always say, "Yes, you are." The first time I interacted with Lou, I auditioned for a show that he had written called Ace. And it was the first time I started my theatrical experiences, and I was in my 30s. I was cast as the grandmother, and I remember thinking, do I look old enough to be a grandmother? Little did I know how much that experience would change my life. Lou was instrumental in giving me the courage to continue my acting career. And he's been a member of my family and in my heart and soul for many, many years. And I know whenever I get on stage, I'm going to feel his presence right here. And with that, here we go. Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven? Would it be the same if I saw you in heaven? I must be strong and carry on, 'cause I know I don't belong here in heaven. Would you hold my hand if I saw you in heaven?
Hello? Hello. How's everybody doing tonight? Met Heather about 12 years ago. She was there for photographer for the birth of our 3 boys. She was there good times and sad times, and got to be good friends with her and the family. And Heather introduced me to her father, Lou. And our friendship started through music, and then later on, about 4 years ago, we both found out we had a big love of Neil Diamond. So Lou and I, we did 3 shows together with Paula, Terry Joe. We did 2 shows here and 1 at the Legion in Binghamton. And that's when the rehearsal started at the house down in the man cave. TJ can attest to that. We had Oski and the Animals as our audience. And once a week, we went through our Neil Diamond songs. And so I'm going to do a couple Neil Diamond songs tonight. Thank you.
Hello again, hello. Just called to say hello. I couldn't sleep at all night. I know it's late, but I couldn't wait. Hello, my friend, hello. I just called to let you know I think about you every night when I'm here alone. You're there at home. Maybe it's been crazy, maybe I'm to blame, but I put my heart above my head. We've been through it all, and I love you just the same. When you're not there, I just need to hear hello, my friend, hello. It's good to need you so. It's good to love you like I do, and I feel this way when I hear you say hello. Hello, my friend, hello. I just called to let you know I think about you every night, and I'm here alone. You're there at home.
Thank you. All right. Let's get up now. We're going to have some sad moments, some happy moments, but this is going to be a happy moment right now. I can't begin to know it, but then I know it's growing strong. It was in the spring, and spring became the summer. Who would have believed you'd come along? Hands, touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. Well, I've been inclined to believe they never would, but now I look at the night and it don't seem so lonely. We fill it up with only two. And when I hurt and runs off my shoulder, how can I hurt when holding you? Whoa, touching warm, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. Well, I've been inclined to believe they never would. Whoa, no, no. Oh, sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. Well, I've been inclined to believe they never could. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. Well, I've been inclined to believe they never could. Sweet Caroline. Thank you. Love you, Lou.
I know last night it was pink, tonight it's green. Oh, thanks, doll. So my story with Lou is a little bit different, I think, than most people's, because there was never a time in my life that I didn't know Lou, because Lou's mom and my mom grew up next door to each other, and they were best friends. So I always knew Lou. But it wasn't until the St. Anthony Players was coming back in the early 90s that I actually knew Lou. So We did a few shows together through the years, early on, and we've been married twice, and he played my father. So I'm sure that is illegal in every state of the union, but through the beauty of musical theater, it's A-okay. But 30-some years later, he and I had a very, very fun relationship, and I cherish all the memories that I have. And about 5 years ago, he had asked if I would be interested in, I almost said audition, it's not audition, apply to be on the board here at EPAC. And I said, oh, geez, Lou, what do I know about being on the board? And he said, well, you kind of know your thing here. So I don't know what he was thinking, but a couple years ago, he recommended me to be the vice president of the board. And I was like, Lou. Like, I was completely shocked. And through situations as they are, now I'm trying to fill his shoes. And I am telling you, they are big shoes to fill. But every day I ask myself, what would Lou do? And I can feel it, and we are on the path, and I am walking this journey with this theater, and I know he's right on my shoulder. So. Okay, Joe.
Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, changed for good. It well may be that we will never meet again in this lifetime. So let me say before we part, so much of me is made from what I learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart. And now whatever way our stories end, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friend. Like a ship blown from its mooring by a wind of the sea, like a seed dropped by a skybird in a distant wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, I have been changed for good. And just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I know you blame me for. But then I guess we know there's blame to share, and none of it seems to matter anymore. Like a comet pulled like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? I do believe I have been changed for the better. And because I knew you, because I knew you, I have been changed for good.
Hi, my name is John Pennard. I've been here for many years doing shows throughout, and I've gotten to know Lou very well. And my fondest memory of Lou is one of his quotes, that community theater is good for the community. And throughout all of that, I can still see his shadow sitting back here, standing in the aisle like this. I can still see him doing that. I loved him. He was so supportive of everything that was done here. What a great man, and this was for him tonight.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the broken-hearted people living in this world agree, oh, there will be an answer, let it be. For though we may be parted, there is still a chance that we will see. There will be an answer, oh, let it be, yeah, let it be. Let it be, oh, let it be, oh, let it be. There will be an answer. Let it be, oh, let it be. Let it be, oh, let it be, oh, let it be. There will be an answer. Let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, whispering words of wisdom, let it be. When I wake up to the sound of music, Mother Mary, Mary comes to me. Oh, let it be, yeah, let it be,
evening. My name is Shylock. You know, the real nice Jew. I was here last week. Anybody see that? Oh, yeah. It's great. I did not know Mr. Liguori, as many of you do. But I do know that there was this time change. You know, I was from the Renaissance, and yeah, he was not. I do know Wendy, and she knew Mr. Liguori. And she suggested that I add to the celebration of his life, since she knows how much I love the theater. I love it, I love it, I love it. Oh, yeah. I told her that, so here goes. The first time that Wendy performed on stage with Mr. Liguori was during one of his performances of the iconic role of Tevye. She knew he had done a number of other notable performances, but this show was very special to her. And I get it. I mean, I'm so partial to all those Jewish roles. Get a bit verklempt. Anyway, with no disrespect to Mr. Liguori, I'd like to read one of the monologues that Tevye delivers to the audience that outlines the theme of the show. A fiddler on the roof. Sounds crazy, no? But here in our little village of Anatevka, you might say, every one of us is a fiddler on the roof, trying to scratch out a pleasant, simple tune without breaking his neck. It isn't easy. You may ask, why do you stay up there if it is so dangerous? Well, we stay because Anatevka is our home. And how do we keep our balance? I can tell you that in one word. Oh, thank goodness. Pat, I didn't have to ask you. Yes, that's it. Anyway, I guess Wendy was a little mashugana because she decided to do Fiddler again. She said it was during that second show that she realized how similar Tevye and his relationship and the relationship he had with his family and town was to Lou's relationship with his theater family and EPAC. So Wendy and I got talking, you know we do, we talk a little back and forth. And we thought maybe I could explain what she saw and felt during this little speech and see what you thought. I warned her, critics, and how they can be so fataka. But here goes. A performing arts center in Endicott. Sounds crazy, no? But here in our little village of Endicott, you might say that every one of us is in need of a safe place where we can scratch out a pleasant, simple, artistic mark without judgment. It wasn't easy. I guess not. Have you seen the pictures of what this place used to look like? Oi, what a mess. Thank God for that dirty dozen. You may ask, why do we do this if it takes so much work? We do this because Endicott is our home, and the arts, as well as those who perform them, are its heart. They must be nurtured and protected, especially from the Black Plague. You know how bad that was. Oh, wait, now it's a different name. COVID? Is it? Yeah? Okay. And how do we keep it going? That I can tell you in one word. No. Oh, that was a good answer. Good answer back there. But yeah, a little of that, but no. How about commitment? Or maybe it was more like love, which I personally can identify because you know how I feel about the theater. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, wait. Maybe the one word is community or volunteers, artists. No, No, no! What Mr. Liguori has passed along to us cannot be told in just one word. Maybe it is all of these words and more. Mazel tov, l'chaim, Lou.
Ladies and gentlemen, Joanne Peters and Maureen Helms.
And if you couldn't figure this out, Joanne and I are always in the pit. We've never been on stage before. This is scary.
Good evening. My name is Andrea Grigori. I have performed several times at EPAC over the years. I currently serve as vice chair of the board here at EPAC, thanks to Lou, who invited me to serve on the board last year, which was quite an honor. I also had the honor of performing with him in a world premiere several years ago called Ascend. It was an opportunity to work with a living composer. It was an opportunity to work with Lou. He was always so incredibly kind, generous, and supportive of me personally. In addition to everyone who has graced this stage, he was larger than life. The gift that he has given this community, along with Pat, the fruits of their labor are so evident every time a performance takes place on this stage. So I think we all have so much to be grateful for to Lou and Pat to carry on his legacy. I personally have been so blessed by having had the opportunity of working with Lou. And one especially fond memory that I have is when I performed the role of Joanna here in Sweeney Todd, and I had to be a blonde. I'm obviously not a blonde. And he was very enamored with this blonde wig that I wore. And so every night I would come out and he would say, "Is that really you under all that blonde hair?" Yes, yes it is. So Lou, this is for you. Fly away home. Rest with the angels.
Greenfinch and linnet bird, nightingale, blackbird, how is it you sing? How can you jubilate sitting in cages, never taking wing? Outside the sky, it's beckoning, just beyond the bars. How can you remain staring at the rain, maddened by the stars? How is it you sing anything? How is it you sing? Greenfinch and linnet bird, nightingale, blackbird, how is it you sing? Whence comes this melody constantly flowing? Is it rejoicing or merely hallowing? Are you discussing or fussing or simply dreaming? Are you crowing? Are you screaming? Ring dove and robinet, is it for wages, singing to be sold? Have you decided it's safer in cages, singing when you're told? My cage has many rooms, a damask and dark. Nothing there sings, not even my lark. Larks never will, you know, when they're captive. Teach me to be more adaptive. Greenfinch and linnet bird, nightingale, blackbird, teach me how to sing. If I cannot fly, let me
I'm Rick Barton. I joined this functionally dysfunctional family, as I call them, in 2009. and had the privilege of sharing the stage with Lou. And, I got to travel all over with Lou. I went to the Holy Land. I was one of the high priests in Jesus Christ Superstar. And Lou and I both got evicted out of Anatevka because I was his laser wolf. He thought I wanted to buy his milk cow, but I wanted to marry his daughter. But it was an honor and a privilege to play that role with him. So this is where the magic happens. And it's all because one man had a dream. Okay, son. Simple note passes out of the ashes, a flickering ember begins. It's the courage to turn when your pages have burned and your story now seems at an end. Seasons come and seasons go, sending your memories adrift. It's the beautiful longing, embrace the unknown, that's the mystery of your gift. And the echo of your melody will always live in these walls. And the lesson that you gave to me, before you can fly, you must fall. It's a beautiful longing, embrace the unknown, it's the mystery of your gift. There's a voice in the shadows calling for more. There's a rhythm that beats from within, lending your voice to the warmth of the song. There's a strength in the choir of one, pure as the voice that sees the place where the weight of your past may now lift. It's the beautiful longing, embrace the unknown, that's the mystery of your gift. And the echo of your melody will always live in these walls. And the lesson that you gave to me, before you can fly, you must fall. So sing higher and higher, a thousand new voices ring through. If you sing out of the fire, the courage you need comes from you. Before you can fly, you must fall. It's a beautiful longing, embrace the unknown, that's the mystery of your gift. It's the beautiful longing, embrace the unknown, that's the mystery of your gift.
Wow, goodness. I'm already loud enough. My name is Matt Gaska. This is Steve Taylor. I've had the pleasure of knowing Lou most of my adult life, and honestly back to Peter Pan and St. Anthony's Players. My sister was in that show, I was not, but I knew who the man was this entire time. And watching his family nature and how he treated every single person around him was beautiful and undeniably wonderful. My absolute favorite memory of Lou is we did a show called Whistle Down the Wind, and I played a character called the Man, and I got to be on stage with Lou quite a bit during that. And little did I know that Pat, for the first time ever, asked Lou to shave for that show so that I could have a full beard and be this scraggly man broken out of prison. But I didn't get that note, or didn't hear that note, I should say. So I came in Sunday of show week, clean shaven, and who do I see around the corner is this man I don't recognize. But it's Lou. Because we know Lou, it's that big bushy mustache, right? And it was not there. And it was so shocking, but it was so wonderful. My second favorite memory is watching Pat and Lou and everything they did. And getting to watch Steve be a part of that as well with the number we're about to do.
My name's Steve Taylor, and a couple things I want to say. With Lou, he welcomed me with open arms that made me very proud and felt really good. Welcome to the family. And just want to say the first time me and Lou and Pat, we did Mr. Bojangles. Lou was on the guitar, and it was beautiful. Thank you, Lou.
I knew a man, Bojangles, and he danced for you in worn out shoes, with silver hair, a ragged shirt, and baggy pants. The old soft shoe. He jumped so high, jumped so high. Then he lightly touched down. I met him in a cell in New Orleans. I was down and out. He looked to me to be the eyes of age. As he spoke right out, talked of life, talked of life. He laughed, clicked his heels, and said, he said his name, Bojangles, and he danced a lick across the cell. He grabbed his pants and spread his stance, so he jumped so high. Then he clicked his heels. He let go a laugh, let go a laugh. Shook back his clothes all around. Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, won't you dance? Throughout the South, he's broke through tears of 15 years and his dog and him. Well, they travel all about. The dog up and died, up and died. After 20 years, he still grieves. He said, I dance now at every chance in honky-tonks, for drinks and tips. But most of the time I spend behind these county bars, 'cause I drinks a bit. He shook his head, and as he shook his head, I heard someone ask him, please, Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, won't you dance?
Oh, beautiful, for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains, majesties, above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed His grace on thee and crowned thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. And crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining. Oh, well, this island was swarming like seen from a costume ball, dressed up in the colors of Europe and on fire with the hope of it all. There stood my father's own father, with the tired and the hungry and scared, turn of the century pilgrims, bound by the dreams that they shared. Sometimes when I look at my grandfather's immigrant eyes, I see my soul reflected, can't hold my feelings inside. I see starting with nothing, working hard all of his life. Don't take it for granted, your grandfather's immigrant eyes. They were standing in line just like cattle. They were poked and prodded and shoved. Some were one step from sweet freedom, some torn from someone they loved. Through this sprawling Tower of Babel came a young man confused and alone, determined and bound for America and carrying everything that he owned. Sometimes when I look in my grandfather's immigrant eyes, I see my soul reflected, can't hold my feelings inside. I see starting with nothing, working hard all of his life. So don't take it for granted, your grandfather's immigrant eyes. He used to stare out the window, but his eyes were always as clear as the day he sailed into that harbor, came ashore on the island of tears. Well, my grandfather's eyes are closed now, but I won't let his memory die, 'cause he gave me the taste of sweet freedom and that look in his immigrant eyes. Sometimes when I look in my grandfather's immigrant eyes, I see my soul reflected, can't hold my feelings inside. I see starting with nothing, working hard all of his life. Don't take it for granted, your grandfather's grandfather's immigrant eyes. So don't take it for granted, your grandfather's immigrant eyes.
Hi, my name's Maria Gable. I started performing with Lou when I was about 5 or 6 years old. And as Joe mentioned earlier, he was always the man on stage with the theater smile that made all the kids feel really comfortable to sing with him. So if you've been through the EPAC Kids Theater, you've probably sang the song Branching Out. You probably know it as the Tree Song, though, because I just learned that that was actually the name of the song a couple days ago. So, in honor of Lou, we will be singing the Tree Song today. So this one is for our favorite Louisville Slugger. When I grow up, I'm gonna be a tree, gonna make my home with the birds and the bees and the squirrels. They can count on me. When I grow up, I'm gonna be a tree. I'll let my joints get stiff, put my feet on the ground, take the winters off, settle down, keep my clothes when they turn brown. When I grow up, I'm gonna settle down. I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach, reach for the sky. I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach till I know why. When the spring comes by, I'm gonna get real green. When the dogs come by, I'm gonna get real mean. On windy days, I'll bend and lean. When I grow up, I'm gonna get real green. If I should fall in storm or slumber, please don't turn me into lumber. I'd rather be a Louisville Slugger, swinging for the sea. I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach, reach for the sky. I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach till I know why. I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach, reach for the sky. I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach till I know why, till I know why.
Is this thing on? Yes, it is. Beautiful. So, hello everyone. My name is AJ, and I am an active member of EPAC. I have been doing performances here since 2011. I've been in over 47 performances over the last 10 years, and all of it is shown on the necklace I'm currently wearing right now. I get a charm for every single show I do here. ranging from kids' theater workshops to the repertory company shows or even fundraisers. And my first memory of Lou comes from one of these fundraisers. It was EPAC Christmas. Lou sat on the stage playing his guitar, and all of us kids sang Happy Xmas or War is Over. And personally, I believe that is the perfect memory of Lou. He was a guy that loved the arts. Whether it was music, instruments, or theater, he was able to find love and joy in it all. Whether he's commanding the stage, like in Fiddler on the Roof, I am standing here by his side, like when we did Croaker together, or he's getting everyone to sing along in the song, This Land Is Your Land. He has always brought a smile to our faces. He has touched so many lives, including my own. EPAC is a home for so many families, a safe space for people to express creativity and allow the weirdness inside them to come out. And as the founding father of this theater, his legacy will continue as long as this theater stands, and he will always remember him in our hearts. Thank you, Lou.
Okay. Can you hear me now? Yes? Okay, good. I hope I can get through this without. I'm Paula Bacorn. I was Golda to Luz Tevye in 3 productions here at EPAC. I've done many other things here with Lou. Rock project shows, a production of Cabaret, many, many things. If you knew him, the thing that comes to my mind with Lou is something from The Wizard of Oz that was said to the Tin Man, that the measure of a person is not how much they love, but how much they are loved by others. And that was Lou. I learned a lot of things from him. One of the biggest is the graciousness of a person to forgive. This song that I'm going to be doing, it's for Lou, but it's also for Tracy, otherwise known as TJ, his real legal wife, while I was just the sister wife. So, here we go. Piano players, we have to have it just perfect or you can't. Here we go.
deedle deedle dabba dabba deedle daddle dum. All day long I'd biddy biddy bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Yabba dibba dibba dabba dabba deedle daddle dum. All day long I'd biddy biddy bitch. Like diddle 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 man. I'd build a big tall house with rooms by the dozen, right in the middle of the town, with a fine tin roof and real wooden floors below. There would be one long staircase just going up, and one more just coming down, and one more leading nowhere just for show. If I were rich, I'd have the time that I lack to sit in the synagogue and pray, and maybe have a seat by the Easter wall. And I'd discuss the holy books with the learned man 7 hours every day. That would be the sweetest thing of all. Yabba dibba dibba dabba dabba deedle daddle dum. All day long I'd biddy biddy bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Yabba dibba dibba dabba dabba deedle daddle dum. Lord, who made the lion and the lamb, you decreed I should be what I am. Would it spoil some vast eternal plan if I were a wealthy
Am I on? Benny and Billy Stafford, everybody. Tevye 1, Tevye 2, and the legend lives on. Lou loved kids. He loved our kids program, and he made it possible for us to, this coming May, to have a Lou Liguori Scholarship Fund for graduating seniors. He gives and gives and is still giving. We've reached the end of our program. We do have one more video. It is War is Over. After that, we are having a reception, like I said, in the cafe with a very special unveiling. Thank you to our very good friend Dallas Elwood. I would like to thank all the performers. Did everybody enjoy? I would like to thank our crew, stage manager Alex Bojan, Bron Grace, and Chris Files. Yes, on the ball. And in sound booth, our executive director, Joe Fody, and Joe Whitney. Thank you. And up on lights, Jeff Envid. Most of all, I'd like to thank Lou Liguori, and thank you all for coming.